If you're looking to move to Washington, then this video is for you because today I'm doing a live Google Maps tour of Washington State. My goal is to help you understand Washington State, how it breaks down, and to help you understand what areas you might want to live in. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in and share my screen with you guys. We're going to head right into Google Maps. So here, of course, we have Washington State, the Great Pacific Northwest, right? A part of the Great Pacific Northwest. But really, I would say the greatest part of the Pacific Northwest, because I've been in Oregon. I've lived there for 12 years, and Washington State is better. So take that, Oregonians. Anyways, back to it, a little off my high horse. Washington State, in my eye, breaks down into three major parts. You have the western side, right? You have the central side over here, and you have that eastern side over here. Now, coming from a Washingtonian who's lived here a good part of his life ever since we moved from Ukraine, I can tell you this, that most Washingtonians agree that nobody knows what goes on in this side of Washington. Nobody. Maybe somebody. But most people do not. Really, the part that we do cover let's start off with Central Washington. Most people know all the way up here to Leavenworth. Leavenworth is a gorgeous Bavarian town, one of the top places to visit in the US during Christmas time. It's a Christmas village. There's horse rides, or sleigh rides, I should say. There's gorgeous hotels for you to stay at, like the Bavarian Lodge, which I guess I should say is a lodge. If you're looking for an adults-only hotel, Post Hotel, I always mention, is a great place to visit. It's a winter town, guys. No, some people do go there in the summers for what's it called? Something that I don't do often, mountain biking, or do never. My buddy does mountain biking, but they head out to Leavenworth to do mountain biking. Really, most people come to Leavenworth for Christmas time. It's a gorgeous town to visit. Post Hotel is one of the best hotels there. 5-star resort, in my opinion. Overlooks, I'm going to show you guys some pictures over here. Every single room looks like this, as far as I know. Overlooks the mountain, gorgeous river, private fireplace, amazing tubs. This is their pool over here. Everybody goes to Leavenworth in the Christmas. Honestly, this last time we went, Highway 2, which is the main highway that goes into Leavenworth, we've never seen traffic this bad. I mean, traffic was probably all the way out over here somewhere. We were in traffic for like 2 hours just trying to head in to the city to find some parking. So definitely visit Leavenworth. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out and cover some of the other parts of Central Washington. Really, Central Washington, the way I know it is, it's a wine country, and it's a place that my wife drags me to pick vegetables and fruits during the summertime. Okay, you have places like Yakima right here. You have places like Kennewick, Moses Lake. A lot of people head out to Central Washington as well, besides their wives dragging out them to pick fruits and berries and vegetables and watermelons. All of the camping around here is done in Central and Eastern Washington. You have Moses Lake as one. One of the most popular lakes around here is Lake Chelan in Chelan, Washington. This is a gorgeous lake, amazing fishing. Man, it's so beautiful. We're going there actually in September. Maybe I'll do a video on it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous town. Amazing fishing over there, boating, really the works. And there's wineries over here as well. Last time we were there, we picked up a few bottles of wine as well. And there's also a water park if you ever visit. This is really one of the top destinations during summertime. If you want to book spots at Lake Chelan, you want to book, I believe in September, they opened up new bookings for next year. If you don't get a booking then, your really only hope is for somebody to cancel, because they get booked out quick. So we're going to go ahead and zoom out here. Yeah, there you go. I don't even know how to pronounce that first name. Oh, this is the place that we were actually here with my wife, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, winery. Anyways, there's a ton of them there. Literally, you're driving all across over here on 97. You just see wineries. Look at this right here, Karma Vineyards. Like I told you guys, you just keep seeing wineries after wineries. Central Washington is known for that. That, like I said, camping, wineries, vegetable picking, fruit picking, etc. Really, that's the only reason to go there. I would never live there because personally, if you're here, most people come to Washington to be a part of the Pacific Northwest. You have all the greenery, the mountains, the rivers, the lakes. And honestly, when you head out on I-90, or Highway 2, which is the two major ways to get out to central and eastern Washington, when you cross right about Cle Elum over here is when essentially everything turns yellow. I'm talking full-on desert for, I don't know, probably 100 miles. Everything is yellow. Western side, everything is lush green. I mean, it's gorgeous. I just booked a train ride with my wife and kids for October on Mount Rainier National Park. They just opened back up. I've never been on the train ride before, but if you're, I mean, this is what Washington looks like, guys. The western side of Washington, this is a famous bridge here on a very easy hike at Mount Rainier. This is Washington right here. This is what I always think of when I hear Washington State. Central Washington, I mean, it could be the Sahara Desert for all I know. And most people around here feel exactly the same way. You really never venture out there unless, like I said, for the reasons mentioned before. And again, nobody knows what happens over here. Spokane, I say nobody, but you guys get the point. I mean, I've lived here for a long time and nobody cares about that side of Washington. Spokane, I've been to Spokane. I have some cousins living in Spokane who moved there from Ukraine when we moved 25 years ago or so. Really, and I had some friends and current clients who moved to Spokane and really Liberty Lake over here. Liberty Lake is a nice little town, a lot of developments going on over there. Last time I checked when we came to visit our friends, apartments going up, condos. People love this area because 15 minutes away you have Post Falls, Idaho, you have Coeur d'Alene, you have the huge lake over here that everybody goes boating at. I know a lot of people who moved from Oregon to Idaho, but we're not talking about Idaho on this channel, so I'm going to finish up with that. My point is, Spokane, cool little city, too old for me. I've only been there a few times, and really it's to visit Deer Lake Resort, which is, where is Deer Lake? Oh, right above Loon Lake. Here we go. We have a buddy over there. An acquaintance, I might say, who owns 200 acres over here in Deer Lake Resort. It's a gorgeous resort. You guys should visit it. It's a must visit, especially on a clear day. Man, I hope they have pictures of it. On a clear day, it's just some of the best views that you can see. You have mountains or hills all around, and it's just a gorgeous campground. You have RVs, you have tents, and you have a little store over here with fishing tackle, and Jamie is over there. She's the girlfriend of the owner, super sweet. I always remember her. She's always takes care of the guests. Yeah, there's some rooms over here as well, and then they have some cottages behind the RV spots. You have to visit Deer Lake Resort. That's really the only reason why I've ever gone to Eastern Washington, is to Deer Lake and to visit some friends and family. Other than that, no. Now, let's talk about where I live, which is the western side, okay? Western side, all the action happens over here in King Pierce and Snohomish counties. The Olympic National Park over here, the peninsula, people go there for hikes, camping, fishing, some people own second homes over there and vacation rentals. But from what I know, vacation rentals don't do too hot over there because it's just a popular place to visit seasonally, but sometimes retirees move over here on the peninsula because real estate is cheaper here. You have some houses in the 200s in all of these little towns. I haven't been to a lot of these ones on the edge. I've been to Olympic National Park multiple times. Sequim, pronounced Sequim, not Sequim, even though that's how I used to pronounce it all the time. Anyways, the peninsula, camping, fishing, hiking, great place to visit, but most people live over here. Now, you have Pierce County. Okay, Google Maps is going to outline this for us. You have Pierce County right here. Top place to visit, top place to live in Pierce County. in my humble and very biased opinion, as always, is North Tacoma and Point Ruston. Low crime, amazing historic vibe, great food, and you have Point Ruston, which I always talk about. We're not going to touch up on it a lot, but Point Ruston is a great place to take your kids. There's a whole water, I'll find it here for you guys. There's a whole waterfront over there that you can walk up and down right here, all of this. And typically you see Mount Rainier over here. All of these condos were built in the last maybe 7 years or so. And they're already in the $1 million range with the views like this, right? Now up these stairs over here, you have the water park, which is right here. Typically you see kids here and fountains going off. You have Wildfin Grill right here. Great place to visit. Absolute must visit, I believe, if you're in Tacoma. So Tacoma, top place to live in Pierce County. Now, some people will disagree with me, and those people are wrong. End of story. Anyways, sorry guys, I'm on a roll today. Lake Tapps is a fun place to visit too, to live in, excuse me. I keep saying visit. Lake Tapps is a great place to live in. It's just a little too far for me. I don't know, man. It's like, you know, North Tacoma, you hop on the freeway here, you do have traffic always and forever. Forever, literally. There's always traffic till the second coming of Jesus Christ. There's going to be traffic in Tacoma. Construction alone here took like 20 years with the new casino that was being built. I'm going to show you guys over here. Bam. Right here. Yeah, so when they were building this casino here, everything was jam-packed. Now, I'm not a gambler. I've never been inside, nor am I planning on going inside. But I can tell you this. If you're looking to own a rental somewhere here, whether a short-term temporary rental or long-term rental, this is a good place to live, to have a rental as well in Tacoma. Now, I have clients, to Slani, shout out to you, to Michelle, to Ben. They bought in South Tacoma and Central. They already bought 2 houses. I believe it was Central. Anyways, my point is South and Central Tacoma is less desirable, but I believe we will see some of the biggest growth there over the next decade because it's an up-and-coming area, and that's really where you want to be if you want to see equity grow. Now, again, equity will continue growing here all across the board as well in the northern side, but South and Central Tacoma are up-and-coming, so I wouldn't sleep on them if I were you. So I'll tell you this, guys. If you want to avoid all traffic, work from home. But if you can't work from home, what you want to do is head south in the morning and north in the evening because traffic is heavy. This is why I don't like the very southern area, Bonnie Lake, Sumner, Puyallup. I have amazing clients who live in Puyallup. Ron, shout out to you. Also found me on YouTube, bought 2 homes already and buying more. I got licensed for Ron in Florida because Ron wants to buy in Florida as well. So Ron, shout out to you as well. Anyways, Puyallup, just a bit too far for me. Bonnie Lake, just a bit too far for me. But I know that people who live there love it. And the schools there are great as well. If you go on Bonnie Lake, on greatschools.org is a fantastic website to check out all school districts. You have some great schools popping up on a scale of 1 through 10. You have some 8s, 7s over here. So great place to live. I personally wouldn't want to live there, but you do get cheaper housing over there. Cheaper, let's talk about cheaper. You have $500,000 homes, $600,000 homes. You could find some maybe in the mid-4s. Really, it's going to be $500,000 and above. Cheaper compared to Bellevue. Bellevue, you're going to have homes in the millions, right? And if your home is a $1.5 million, it's probably built in the 50s, mid-century, and original condition, and probably needs 200 grand worth of work in. So, and if you guys are looking for great contractors, I got everybody for you. Anybody could ever need in your life to remodel a house or anything you need with that, got you. Call me. My number is down below. And don't forget, I'm a licensed realtor here. So if you guys are looking to buy or sell a home in Washington, shoot me a call. So let's forget about Pierce County for a second and let's hop into King County. King County is where I live and is the best place. Just kidding. Again, for me, it's the best. I love King County. I hate their policies though, and they always are trying to raise taxes on people, and it's really annoying. But it's still livable there, and it's a great place to live. I live in the Kent and Covington area right here, not far away from Lake Meridian Park. You have Costco over here, #1 store for food shopping. You have Fred Meyer, you have Walmart, you have Chick-fil-A, and more importantly, you have easy access to Highway 18, which runs all the way towards right here, which is I-90. Again, I-90 is the major major freeway that takes you out east. So Highway 18 also takes you south into Pierce County. Okay, so very convenient to live in the Covington area. Now, you will have about an hour drive from Covington to Bellevue, which is right here. Mercer Island, I have a listing there right now. I drive about 55 minutes from my house to Mercer Island with a bit of traffic. With no traffic, maybe 40 minutes, 45 roughly. But let's talk about Bellevue a little bit. Tech capital of Washington, Amazon, Google, you name it, it's there. And Bellevue is a great place. I would live there. I would live there. Can't afford it yet, but I would live there. Top schools are in Bellevue, guys. Lowest crime ratios are in the east side. We call this the east side. You have Medina, Clyde Hill, Yarrow Point, Hunts Point. You have 10, 20, $30 million homes there that are on the water. You have Mercer Island, Metropolitan Market. You have it in Pierce County as well. Great cookies, great coffees, great groceries, and great food to grab to go for lunch. Mercer Island, amazing place to live. Luther Burbank Park, there's plenty of parks and amazing schools everywhere all across the east side, guys. But the homes are going to be in the $1, $2, $3 million range. My current listing right now, we've been sitting on the market a little bit, have some interested parties right now. This is going for a 1.8 right now. We started at 1.9. We worked our way down a little bit. This is going for 1.8 on Mercer Island, and amazing home. I love this home. Some people come here and they're like, ooh, we want to make it modern, but this home is a whole vibe, as the cool kids say. You have to check it out. If you guys want to buy it, hit me up. I'll be happy to write up a contract for you. So these are some of the types of homes that you can get in Mercer Island, and across the east side. Really, you'll get that whole, like I said, $1.5 million range, $1.8 million range. You're going to get a mid-century home that's, this one was actually remodeled a while back, but some homes you'll get for those price points will be original. So my personal favorite in King County, or top of the line neighborhoods and area to live, is Bellevue. Now, Seattle, guys, Washington wouldn't be Washington without Seattle. I personally wouldn't live there. Too busy for me. A lot of homeless activity, crime as well in the downtown area, homeless encampments, things like that. You don't get those things on the east side. You might have a few, there is a homeless shelter in Bellevue, but everything is very organized there, I should say. Seattle, there's a lot more of that going on. And look, if you're okay with that, totally cool. Live in Seattle itself. I have clients who have rentals, and there are very nice parts of Seattle. Don't get me wrong. There are very nice parts of Seattle, but I personally wouldn't live there. As you're driving on I-5, you just see homeless encampments along the sides. City's not doing a great job of clearing them up right now. And I'm not getting into politics here. I'm just telling you, what it is, okay? When things get cleared up, I'll let you know. But I'm telling you like it is. I would not feel safe living in Seattle myself. Just saying like it is. That's why I live on the southeastern side over here. A lot safer and just a whole different way of living. But if you want city living, the Bellevue area is for you. And very similar prices to Seattle. Now, as you go up north a little bit, there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with me for that statement. Andre, how could you be a realtor who lives in Washington and not recommend living in Seattle? I don't know, guys. That's just my personal preference. And if you want a house in Seattle, I'll help you buy one there. I helped Ron buy 2 homes over there. He found me on YouTube. He knows how I feel about Seattle. He loves Seattle. There are great restaurants there. He goes out there on the weekends. He actually lives down in Puyallup. He's a wonderful dentist, top of the line, #1. Definitely visit him. But at his dentistry down in Puyallup, I personally wouldn't want to live there. Too busy for me. Anyways, moving on. In the northern side over here, which we're getting into Snohomish County now, you have Edmonds, Monroe, Everett, Marysville. I've helped clients buy homes all the way up to Arlington over here. This is very rural. I'm talking acreage. Lake Stevens, I have some amazing clients who live there. Amira, Mohammed, shout out to you guys. Riyadh, their mom, who I just helped as well, Zainab. Just great communities of people there. I love the diversity here in Washington. And just good people, really good people. Lake Stevens is a great community to live. Lake Stevens is a popular lake up in Snohomish County. You have Everett over here. Everett, there's parts of Everett that are more new and developed like this, and then you have some historical parts as well. Good place to live. Again, downtown can be a little bit sketchy at times, but just telling you like it is. So, anyways, Snohomish. I have some amazing friends. Pastor who lives in Snohomish. Snohomish is a great place to live. You get very much of the whole little town vibe. It's a very small downtown area. Great place to visit, guys. Great place to visit. I love Snohomish. Great schools. It's amazing. East side is my favorite. This whole side over here, east of, we'll call it Lake Washington, right here. This whole area is awesome. If I were you, I'd move somewhere there. Now, one area that we did not cover, and shame on me for not doing that, is Bainbridge Island. I have some amazing clients who moved there, who found me on YouTube as well. Charlene and Carl, shout out to you guys. They bought a home over there. I think they bought it for around 1.2, I believe, just recently closed. And amazing area, good schools. Bainbridge Island, you come here on the ferry, right here from downtown Seattle. You come here on the ferry, or you can drive. Actually, the last few times I met up with them, I prefer the drive. It's an hour and a half. To go on the ferry, you have to come there like half an hour to an hour earlier. If you're somebody who always worries about being on time or being early, like me, I come there more like an hour early. My wife would come there 5 minutes early if it was up to her. And then you wait for the ferry. It's about a 30-minute ferry ride over to Bainbridge Island. And I love Bainbridge Island. It's gorgeous. I personally wouldn't really live there. It's a little too far for me, the whole ferry thing. If I'm working from home, or like my clients, she works at a medical center over there. Great. That's wonderful. But for me, just not my thing, but a great place to live. Bainbridge Island, wonderful, and amazing schools as well. Very close community of people over there. If that's your style, Bainbridge Island is where you need to be. So guys, in closing, what I want to say is, if you're looking to move to Washington, you are making the right decision. If you want a city environment, we have that here. If you want a country environment, we have that here as well. If you want to be stuck on an island, we have that here as well. If you want to live by a mountain or rivers or lakes, we have all of that. So my number is down below. Feel free to also click the link in the description and set up a one-on-one phone call with me to learn more, right? To just chat about your plans of possibly moving here, because again, I am a licensed real estate agent here and I would be honored to help you out. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is the longest one that I've ever made, and I hope it was informative to you. Thank you so much. God bless you, and I'll catch you in the next one.